Hello my lovely friends, it's Margaret and this is a reading vlog. New vlog, same shirt, because we are filming these back to back because I'm about to leave for BookCon. I'm so excited. Last year I told myself that I was going to go to BookCon and Book Expo this year. I didn't get to Book Expo, but I am going to BookCon. I cannot wait to be in New York City. That has been a dream of mine since I was a kid. I'm just really excited. I've got most of my packing done at this point. Just like a couple of things that I need to use in the morning to get ready. I have to get up so early because my flight is at 8:20, which means, and you know you have to be at the airport like 2 hours ahead of time or something like that. So anyways, I'm gonna let you know really quick what I am going to be reading for this trip. And I am taking 2 to read on the plane or whatever. I might do bullet journaling on the plane. I'm not entirely sure. I am taking The Roses of May by Dot Hutchison and Dealing with Dragons by Patricia C. Reed. This is the first book in the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. It follows Cimarine as she decides that she is fed up with all of these princes trying to court her because all of them are complete idiots, and she's like, why can't I get a smart prince who wants a smart princess? They all want her to be dumb and stupid and flirt with them. And she's like, not about that life. And so she runs off and finds the dragon and offers to be the dragon's princess. The dragon's a little surprised because dragons are continually like carrying off princesses to do their cooking and cleaning and all of that. Princesses don't usually volunteer, but she's basically like, if you will protect me from these idiot princes, I will come and do all of your cooking and cleaning and all of that. This is the second book in the collector series, and I am rereading this series because the last book just came out a couple of weeks ago, and I just wanted to re-experience this series. I loved it the first time. This follows Priya, and she is the sister of a victim of a serial killer. And so the serial killer has suddenly started to target her several years after her sister has died. And this follows that. Those are the books that I am going to be taking with me on the plane. I have other books that I'm taking with me to get signed. I'm not sure if I'll have the guts to have the camera out when I go to the signings and stuff. You might not see those books. I might just show you to them after they've gotten signed, but I'm really excited. I've got signings with Sandhya Menon. I've got a signing with Renee Adia, Holly Black, and V.E. Schwab, who was like, she was the one I was really like wanting and going for. I didn't get Lee Bardugo, but I am going to try and get tickets for that Saturday morning if I can. So we'll see. I'll check in with you guys later, probably tomorrow, because it's Wednesday night and I have to get up really early to get on a plane.
It is far too early in the morning for anything, but I'm here. We've got, I'm holding my phone. I told y'all it was early. It's about 7:20 and I'm about to get on, I've got 30 minutes before boarding. So I'm thinking I'm going to save my book for when I get on the plane, and I'm going to work on editing a video. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to move a couple of things over to my carry-on, because I realized if I don't have them in New York, if this gets checked and it gets lost, it's fine. Everything is fine. Apparently they held my bag up because I had heels in it. I'm like, really? Like, they obviously shoes. Look at that. Look at that x-ray. Anyways, so I'm going to move a couple things over to my other bag, and then I'm going to sit and work on a video so that I can get it up tomorrow.
I have determined that LaGuardia does not have enough elevators because I have 2 bags, and that's a pain in the ass in the escalators. So, anyways, waiting for Kinsey to get here because we arrived at separate terminals because we flew separate airlines. So, her airline was not my airline, not in the same terminal as mine. So, anyways, we're here. We're in New York. This dude was just giving me really weird looks as he walked past. So, speaking of which, reading update. I managed to get through most of Dealing with Dragons. I think I'm down to the last chapter, which is really fun. I had a lot of thoughts about it. I'd completely forgotten that, like, Cimarine's reason for running away wasn't just that, like, she didn't want to marry the prince that they were trying to get her to marry, but it was also that she did not like the life that her parents were trying to have her live as a princess. Like, she was like, I don't want to do embroidery and all of that. So, she wanted more excitement. I'd forgotten that part. Sarah? Dying, and I'm like a Florida girl here in like the perfect weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. No. We're searching for food at the moment. We're just walking around New York City. We have been through Times Square. We looked at Ellen's Stardust Diner, and oh my God, it's the American Girl doll shop. What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. I shouldn't go in there. I really should not go in there. Maybe back. She was my favorite. I understand now why I have red hair. Like heading to day one of BookCon. Kira's right there. Yes, I'm walking backwards. So I really need to like find some time to update you guys at some point because I've been really bad about that since we went to get lunch. Right, Kenzie? I don't think I've actually talked to the camera since we went to get lunch.
Yeah.
So the only things I know for sure that are happening today, for me at least, are the Zendaya Manon signing, the Renee Adia signing, and the Booksplosion panel. Those are my goals. Oh, I'm not even going to see it from where I am. Sarah!
I mean, I think I kind of found you guys.
You found us, but you know what? It's my vlog.
Oh, sorry. She found me?
Yes, I found a Sarah, and then we have a Kenzie and a Max over there. It is crazy. I've already gotten one book so far and picked up a little bit of swag, and someone needs to take my wallet away from me or I'm going to buy more.
Wow, true life.
True life. So I ditched everyone, and now I'm heading towards the signing. Okay, don't tell anybody, but your girl finally found a quiet corner. Obviously, you saw yesterday that we met up with Max and we did the BookTuber meetup. Super fun. Super fun. I'm having so much fun this weekend with all of these people walking past and giving me weird looks. Anyways, so we're here. It's day one of BookCon. I've been here for a couple of hours. We've been here since 10. I'm wearing these guys. Can you see them? They're actually pretty comfortable for heels. But let's see. What have we done so far? I still have the Renee Adia signing later today, but I did get Zendaya Manon signing. So I got the little like sampler of Curses and Kisses. So I don't know. I'm gonna start reading it. I don't know if I'm gonna read this yet. I haven't decided, but I wanted to have the chance to. If not, I will pass it along to some other Zendaya Manon fan. So I got the entire series. Whoops, it's out of order. Hold on, I gotta fix this. I got my entire series signed. I have When Dibble Met Rishi, From Twinkle with Love, and then I just bought There's Something About Sweetie. I don't know why I brought books to read on the way home when I knew I was gonna have books. Also, I've gotten a couple of arcs so far. One of them I have heard, actually I think I've heard of both of them, but hold on. This one, it is called The 10,000 Doors of January. It's by Alex Harrow. I've heard of this, it sounds interesting. I don't quite remember what it was about, but like we literally walked in and somebody was like, do you want an arc? And I was like, this looks vaguely familiar. I think it was it's on my to read list, so I guess I'll take it. I also just got Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. I was just walking past and I was like, oh, there's an ARC line. Oh, it came out a couple days ago. I'm like, there's an ARC line. I'm down for anything that involves Cinderella, so I'm just gonna get in the line and do that. So I have to go find my people. I do not know where they are. So there's that. We all got separated because like they were going to panels and I was going to this Sundai Amanon signing. So I guess I need to put all of my stuff back in my bags and go find them. Kenzie, go ahead.
But like not purposely.
So
In the background.
we made it.
Go.
So we made it through BookCon day 2, and that is the that is the wrong book because that is my book and it is not signed. So I got these guys signed. So I have a matching set now of the Folk of the Air series, which is fantastic. And now I just need a fat matching set of the black cover because, you know. What all happened today? Oh, we did. Okay, so you'll have seen the montage by now, but we did Common Spence's panel with Christina Marie and 2 other people that I don't really know, but they seemed cool. Did that signing, and then I literally had to like book it over to the V.E. Schwab signing, but I got all 3 of these.
I'm wearing clothes.
That's great, dear. But I got these guys.
Hello.
And I got this. Roommates, they're so much fun. And I got this signed. They were turning the lights out on us when we were getting to where I was. I was about halfway to her. Like I'd gone the last corner. Oh, and I also got to meet Booksplosion. You'll see the picture. This is them. They signed this for me. Christine has really, like, you can tell that she's had to sign a gajillion books because, yeah. Look at this. They put someone, I don't know which one of you it was, but one of you put mustaches on everyone, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. Or maybe all of you put a mustache on yourself. But I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, I will update you with everything that I got from BookCon and everything when I get home. But we're about to go get food at some point when people finish changing instead of talking over my video. Oh, and I got this shirt. It says, I'd rather die on an adventure than live standing still because I love Lila. Ready? I'm hungry.
You know what they say.
It's the most important meal of the day. Which is the same thing she said 20 times already.
You are completely complicit in this stupid
And I have
mess.
started it half of the time, and I am
I
proud.
have to show the thing.
I am proud. And I've eaten way too many of her vlogs. You know what they say. Are we here?
So we're walking to dinner, and I'm not running into people, but I can still talk to you without looking at you. We're so tired and loopy, and we completely zoned out on the elevator and ended up 1 floor below where we needed to be, and then we're about to go to the 17th floor.
And the person was judging us because we were singing and vlogging in the elevator.
And the person was judging us because we forgot to hit the button.
Great.
What exactly what happened? Like we walked in, I don't think we hit the lobby button because it wasn't lit up when they got there.
We just kept on going back up and down, up and down.
Yeah. Anyways,
We're cool. That's what we're trying to say.
I'm so ready to be home at this point. I've taken off all of my makeup except for my lipstick because that's like glued to my face and my eyeshadow because it looks good.
don't want to leave you yet.
I know, I'm not ready.
Like, I'm ready to go home, but I'm not ready to, like, actually
be home, you know?
You know,
That means I'm separated.
Yeah.
And I'm in denial about the fact that I'm not going to see anyone else but the three of you until the end when I leave.
Well, we're home, and if you're wondering, Margaret, why are you sitting in a stairwell? It is because I just realized I have to take my bags upstairs. And I'm tired, y'all. I just want a nap, and I don't get a nap, but I want a nap. I have to go out and get groceries and get food ready for the rest of the week. It's fine. All right, y'all are just gonna have to deal with this over here. What I just want to say is I love BookCon. I had so much fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Can I say that any more times in this video? I got to hang out with my friends. I got to meet a whole bunch of people IRL that I have been talking to online for a long time, and that was just so much fun. That was amazing. The fact that people are shading BookCon to prop up BookNet Fest when they're two very different events has been bothering me, because BookCon is not what BookNet Fest is. BookNet Fest is very much about creating connections between people and connecting and hanging out with other booktubers. BookCon is an event for fans. It's an event for fans to meet their favorite writers, their favorite booktubers, their favorite book people, for them to buy stuff. That's what BookCon is. It is a promotional event. It is not a community event. It's not there to help foster the community. It's there so that the people who are selling books can sell more books. And so that bothers me a little bit when people are shading BookCon for not being BookNet Fest when they have they're two very different events with two very different purposes. So I wanted to get that off my chest, but now that that's off my chest, I just want to talk about some of the fun stuff that happened. This is the second time that I filmed this wrap-up because I filmed it earlier and I tried to put a haul in it and it wasn't working. So I'm sorry, you guys get me after I've been working out and with no makeup and whatever, you can deal with it. So I will have a haul with everything that I got at BookCon coming later. It's not that exciting because most of it I bought myself. I only got 3 ARCs. But I wasn't going there to get ARCs. I was going there to hang out with friends and meet some of my favorite authors. One of the highlights of my weekend was Friday finding the American Girl doll store by accident and going and getting to wander around, because I have wanted to go there since they opened it in New York, since I was a kid. And we got that, and I'm so happy that it happened. It was great to just see all of the dolls and see how far it's come. It was also interesting to see which dolls are no longer in circulation, because some of them were very popular, if I recall correctly. It was also interesting to see that they brought my doll back, because I have Felicity. She's in a closet somewhere because I just don't have room to display her, and I wanted to take care of her and keep her in good condition for later when I have kids, if I have kids. But it was interesting because I know they discontinued her, or they discontinued a lot of her stuff. So, but she's still one of the American Girl dolls that they're selling again. So I was very happy to see that. She's changed a little bit. She's got a different dress, which is not as accurate to what Felicity would have worn every day, and she's got a little bit redder hair. But that's just me. Saturday, I had so much fun with the signings and everything, and Renee Adia
complimented my eye makeup. I was so happy. Also, like, hers was so much better. I don't understand why she would, like, with what she was wearing, I don't understand how she could look at what I had on. But I mean, I was proud of the eye look, so I'm glad that she noticed. It was funny because Saturday we were supposed to meet up with people at Washington Park, but then they changed it to Bryant Park, which is right near our hotel. And we didn't realize that until after we got to Washington Park, so we just got Chinese and sat and ate in Washington Park while some dudes played chess next to us. My favorite moments of the week definitely had to be Sunday, though, because Sunday was the day that I got to meet V. Schwab and the day that I got to meet Booksplosion. And like, listen, people are making fun of me because I was so shocked and surprised that Jesse and Kat knew who I was. Like, I didn't even have to introduce myself. Like, I said, I'm Margaret, and Jesse's like, oh yeah, I know who you are. And like, for the first booktuber I ever followed to be so friendly and like recognize me like that, like, just like, maybe it's just me and the way I operate, but I don't expect that from people. I don't expect people to know who I am unless we interact on like a regular basis. And by interact, I mean like you talk back to me sometimes, not just like my tweets. Like, he very rarely like actually engages with what I send out towards him. Both he and Kat, like, very rarely does that happen. Like, I knew people might recognize my channel name, but I didn't expect to be able to say, hey, I'm Margaret, and for people to be like, yeah, I know you, to be able to say my name without me having to prompt you. Like, and that happened. And that's surprising. And part of that, I know, has to do with my own self-esteem issues and the fact that, like, I'm used to being on the outside of the friend group. I'm used to not being the center of attention. I'm used to kind of being the forgettable one. That's just how I feel about myself, is that I'm vaguely forgettable. And yes, Mom, I know that I'm not forgettable for you, but whatever. There were people at Kate's BookTube meetup that recognized me, that when I said, hey, I'm Margaret, they knew my channel name without me having to tell them. And I was floored by that too. So it's not just the fact that they're big booktubers and people that I've been following for a long time. It was that anyone recognized me whatsoever. Like, oh my gosh, that made my day. They're probably not watching it, but like, Jesse, Kat, you guys recognizing me made my day. It made me so happy. The only thing better that could have happened would have been if V. Schwab had recognized me, because I interact with her on Twitter quite a bit, but I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think that would happen, especially since my first name is a little more common than my last name. I also got to meet V. Schwab, and that was an experience because, like, I was like 2 or 3 people back, and I'm sitting there going, I think I'm going to cry. I didn't. But there was a moment where I was worried that was going to happen, that I was going to get up there and just burst into tears, because she has been so influential in my writing journey, and she gives such great advice about writing, and she's really helped me, between what I know through her and what I know through friends. Like, she's really helped me set realistic expectations for my career, and I think that that's really going to help when I eventually find an agent and find a publisher and to get published. So I was so glad that I got to like tell her that I really appreciated her, that she's really real, and that she's one of the people that keeps me writing when I feel like giving up. She was very touched by that. So that was fun. And then that was my weekend. That was my weekend. We went back to the hotel because we were all tired and just chilled. And that was it. That was BookCon for me, and I cannot wait to go back next year. Also, I will be at BookNet Fest this year unless something drastic happens. So if you are thinking about going to BookNet Fest, it's in Orlando. I will try and link the website down below. You should come. You should go. I will be there because it is a fun event. And I do feel like, as much fun as I had at BookCon, I do prefer BookNet Fest because it is easier, just in general, because it's less crowded, because it's geared differently. It is easier to hang out with people. Like, I'm not even talking about like hang out with big booktubers. I'm talking about hang out with your friends. Like, there were people there that I am friends with that I barely saw because it was so big and spread out and crazy. So I'm just like, if you can go, you should come to Orlando, and you should come see me at BookNet Fest because I will be there. I took pictures with a whole bunch of people. I'm just going to insert that montage right here because I want to have that in there so you can see who I met, who I got to be with, and I'm going to put all of their channel links down below if there's somebody that you might not know. Like, I don't feel like I need to link Booksplosion. I don't feel like I needed to do that, but like a lot of these other people I probably do.